my dear children, it gives me immense pleasure to express the word festivals, which gives smile on your face. Yes, I'm going to tell about regional and national festivals. Our mind becomes joyous at the thought of a festival. We greet such occasions in the year with great enthusiasm. The reason for this is that festivals enable us to express our joy. Oil baths, new clothes, different kinds of delicious, arrival of relatives, merry talk. Everything about a festival is wonderful. Nothing seems amiss. Such festivals are many in a year. People observe these festivals according to their beliefs and attitudes. In recent times, festivals are being celebrated with grandeur. Some festivals are celebrated by everyone irrespective of their caste and religion. Some festivals are celebrated all over the country. On such days, programs in arts, literature, sports, humor, and music are conducted. Festivals are generally classified into four groups. One is religious festivals, the second one regional festivals, third one is birthday or Jayantis, fourth one is national festivals. Now, let us get to know about regional festivals and national festivals. First, I wanted to tell you about regional festivals. In pre-independence India, there were different kingdoms and provinces which had their own administration, culture, customs, and traditions. Accordingly, the people there celebrated different festivals. After independence, when all the provinces came together to form the Indian Republic, and the republic was further divided into various states, these festivals became a symbol of regional unity and came to be celebrated as regional festivals. Regional festivals are those that are observed by the state government and the people of that particular state according to its language, culture, and tradition. Different regional festivals are celebrated in different states. Thus, in Karnataka, Dasara and Rajotsava are observed as regional festivals.
Grasim se Kannada Vidyalaya College, subject Physical Education, class 7 standard, lesson Regional and National Festivals.
Republic Day. Post-independent India had many provinces, each having its own administration, rules, law and order. In such a situation, a committee was set up under the chairmanship of the President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, to create the Indian Constitution by the efforts of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the writer of the draft Constitution. The provincial rule of many of the regions ended, laying of foundation of the United Nations, United India. Since the draft Constitution was accepted and adopted on the day of 26 January 1950, that day is celebrated as a national festival. National awards are given to many for their excellent services and courage in the entire country. After the hosting of the national flag, NCC cadets take out of the parade, followed by the parade by school children. The President, Governors, Prime Ministers and Chief Ministers address the people of the nation and extended good wishes. Cultural activities, sports activities and adventure sports are organized. These festivals is celebrated in all schools, colleges and government office compulsorily. Since these festivals attracts the attention of all the people, there is a joyous atmosphere all over the country. Many functions and parties are also organized to inspire patriotic feelings in the people. Thank you.
Independence Day. After being fed up with a prolonged British rule, leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Subhash Chandra Bose, and others brought together thousands of freedom fighters, and the result of this struggle was India's independence on 15th of August 1947. The people of India became free on this day. This day is observed and celebrated as Independence Day every year. Hundreds of programs are organized for promoting national integrity. Everywhere, the national flag flies high. Festive atmosphere is seen in schools and colleges. Children wearing clean white dress participate in this celebration. Love for the country and patriotic feelings are displayed everywhere. Parades, flag hoisting, orchestras, adventure sports, huge processions, and cultural activities are organized everywhere. Sweets are distributed everywhere. National festivals are necessary for maintaining national unity and integrity. Thank you, one and all.
Birthdays of national leaders. The birthdays of great national leaders are celebrated as national festivals by the order of the government. We celebrate Gandhi Jayanti and Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti on 2nd October every year.
National festivals. Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhiji sacrificed everything in his life for the sake of the country. He adopted a simple lifestyle. Several times he was imprisoned, and in spite of many problems and tortures from the British administration, he brought freedom for the country through truth, peace and non-violence, and sacrificed his life. The birthday of such a great leader is celebrated on the 2nd of October every year. This day is celebrated through secular prayers, social service, great respect and devotion.
Children's Day celebration. The birthday of the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, is celebrated as Children's Day on the 14th November every year as per his wishes.
Teachers' Day celebration. Similarly, the birthday of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, the President of India, who was a great personality, philosopher, and an excellent teacher. He celebrated as Teachers' Day on the 5th of September every year. Make a list of such Jayantis of national leaders and learn the importance of such celebrations. Thank you.
Dasara Festival. Dasara is a festival celebrated over a period of 10 days. Every year in the month of Ashwayuja, September to October, it is held from the first day to the 10th day. Wrestlers, artists, lovers of literature and spectators come from not only all parts of the state but also outside it and outside the country too. It is a sports and cultural extravaganza. Historians opine that the erstwhile Vijayanagara kings started the practice of celebrating the Dasara festival. Grand celebrations used to take place at Hampi, the capital of Vijayanagara kingdom. During Sri Krishnadevaraya's rule, competition used to be held in arts, sports, culture, literature, music, and adventure. Winners were honored with the titles and prizes. After the decline of that kingdom, the Mysuru kings continued the practice. Later, the Karnataka government assumed the responsibility of celebrating the festival every year. From the first day to seventh day, various pujas are held every day. The programs take place in arts, sports, music, and culture. Pujas take place all over the state. On the 8th day, Durga Devi is worshipped, and on the 9th day, all weapons, vehicles, machines are cleaned and worshipped. This is called Ayudha Puja. During this festival, dolls are exhibited in all the households of the state. On the 10th day, there is Jambu Savari on the main streets of the city along with the display of dances and other arts. Jambu Savari means the procession of the king seated on the golden howdah on the royal elephant. It is a dazzling display. Since there are no kings in the modern times, an image of goddesses Chamundeshwari is kept on the golden howdah. Exhibitions are also held. In Mysuru, the procession which begins at the palace proceeds till Banni Mantap. The torchlight parade, fireworks display and motorcycle parade are very attractive. Such programs are recognized in various places of the state. The whole land glows with delightful lighting of lamps everywhere. There is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, or language. Since everyone takes part in this celebration, it has become the backbone of state unity and national integration. These festivals are a symbol of emotional harmony. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
ಇದೇ ನಾಡು ಇದೇ ಭಾಷೆ ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ನನ್ನದಾಗಿರಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಇರಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡವೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಸಿರಲ್ಲಿ.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ or ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ. Ours is a rich, beautiful land, the land of sandalwood. Every year, in every nook and corner of the state, we celebrate Karnataka Rajyotsava on the 1st of November. Even you have participated in such a grand functions organized by various departments and associations. Do you know why such a function is held? Various provinces which had during the British rule been part of Mumbai Karnataka, Hyderabad Karnataka and certain areas belonging to the Madras Presidency were brought together in 1956 and recognized as Mysore state during linguistic division of the country. In later years, as a result of the struggle of many Kannada lovers, and the state was renamed Karnataka on 1st November 1973. This name has the essence of Kannada. We celebrate the recognition of Karnataka as Kannada Rajyotsava on 1st November 1973. The state assumes a festive atmosphere on this day, where colorful functions are recognized throughout the state in schools and colleges, literary organizations, youth organizations, educational institutions, and factories with the help of management and government funds. Cultural activities, literary activities, sports, music, concerts, quiz competitions, dramas, rallies and exhibitions of the traditional dresses of the state are organized on this day. These activities pave the way for the state's unity and also for the national integration. In these festivities, the only feeling is that of being a Kannadiga without any thought of a religion. Any thought of religion or caste, and hence it has become an instrument of unity and integrity.
Thank you, respected headmasters and my dear colleagues, for your support and active participation to make documentary of 7th standard physical education lesson, regional and national festival. Thank you, one and all.